This is INCRadio, DCEM 954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesianicristo.
Welcome to INC Radio Oregon, where our brethren from different parts of Oregon, Washington, California, Idaho, Montana, and Wyoming greet you. Come get to know all of our brethren from the Ecclesiastical District of Oregon and explore our activities, experiences, and sceneries. This is Oregon.
Welcome to INC Radio Oregon. Hello, everyone. We thank you to all of you for sharing your precious time with us. We hope that you will enjoy our topic discussion today. And we hope that all of you are doing well this afternoon, or your good morning, or your good afternoon there, wherever you may be. I am your host today, Sister Flo Guillermo from the local congregation of Vancouver. And our topic today is entitled Winter Wellness. It's quite uh, timely, right, for all of us here, especially in the Pacific Northwest, or most of us here in the United States that may be experiencing cold weather. Um, and it's going to be on for quite a while. So this is our topic today. We hope that you will enjoy our topic. And so we ask all of you there in the live chat, and I know you folks are already there live chatting, and please engage with us in the discussion that we're having today. And remember to hashtag your local congregation so that we'll know where you're coming from. Either you're from a local congregation or a group worship service. Let us know that. And for those of our guests coming in from different districts, please let us know where you're coming from. We'd love to greet you as well. So, yeah. And so we know that, it is the Burr months, right? So Burr means cold. And so the winter season runs from December to February for us here in the Pacific Northwest. And as well as the rest of the country here in the United States, right? So a few episodes ago, we discussed the safe winter traveling. And today we're going to talk about staying well in the winter. And so I was able to invite our sister who comes to us with 14 years of experience in the medical field. She's a nurse, a registered nurse, and she's with us, and she's so kind to give her time for our program today to share with us to stay well through the cold weather. Um, and so I'd like to call on her right now. So let's have her. Hello, sister.
Hi everyone, I'm Sister Christina Po from local congregation of Hillsborough, and I'm a registered nurse by profession, and I'm here to share a little knowledge about how to keep us healthy this winter season, and just wanted to greet my family as well in the Philippines. They're in the local congregation of Iba, Migoan, Bulacan, and our resident minister, Brother DJ Angeles. Hello po, and his family as well.
Wow, thank you so much. I appreciate that you're here with us, Sister Christina, sharing your your knowledge in the medical field, especially our topic today. And so, just to get everybody warmed up, right? Warmed up. It's been kind of cold lately. Maybe not today, but kind of cold lately, right? We just experienced bad weather in different parts of Washington and Oregon. So let's have our live chat question for all of you there in there listening to us and or viewing us. And so let's have our Kuya text bring up our live chat question. And so the question for all of you is, what makes you feel better when you feel under the weather? Well, that kind of rhymes, right? What makes you feel better when you feel under the weather? And so all of us have our different ways of trying to feel better or get ourselves better when we don't feel well. And so so your choices are, and if you have a different choice, let us know in the live chat, and let's I'd like to say thank you to the Arcuya Techs helping us our as well as our brother Jess behind the scenes. So let's keep him busy there in the live chat, and so he can share with us what's going on. So A, favorite soup, and if you have a favorite soup, tell us what's your favorite soup, and then hot tea, hot chocolate, or sleep. Okay, so you got four choices, and I'd like to see some answers there in the live chat. I can't wait for your answers. All right. So Sister Christina, what when you're not feeling good, what do you do? What do you what kind of the four that you would choose?
Yeah, can I do two? Actually, I can
Sure.
choose hot tea and sleep.
Hot tea and sleep. Do you add anything in your hot tea?
Um, like ginger, honey, lemon. Those were my favorite cocktail when I'm having some sore throat. And
Yeah.
sleep.
Oh, sleep is oh, that's a most definite. For me, if there's a favorite soup, um, I think my go-to um soup that I would, and I remember when I was young, my mom and dad used to make chicken noodle soup, and I thought it
Wow.
was like the best chicken noodle soup always when I was sick. And later on, when I grew up, this may be kind of funny. Later on, when I grew up, I found out that it was a Campbell's soup, chicken noodle soup in the can. And but that was a favorite go-to soup. And of course, like for you, sleep. Uh, sleep is like a hot commodity nowadays. You can't get that all the time, right? So yeah. So let's see who is with us today in our live chat. We had a first honor, and our first honor, and just wanted to recognize her. Thank you so much to our first login, Sister Mary Jane Angeles from the local congregation of Hillsboro and St. Helen's group worship service. So thank you so much for your support. Paul. It's good to have our brethren just joining in early. We have Sister Morietta Miller from Medford Group Worship Service, Brother Christian Dasmarinas from Portland. Hi, Sister Hazel. Um, Sister Hazel Miranda Gutierrez, there from Oregon City. She's greeting us here on the INC Radio Oregon, as well as to all those. Hope all of you are well. Brother Alan Dasmarinas as well from Portland, as well as his wife, Sister Maria Dasmarinas. Thank you so much from his family. And then we have Sister Rachel Cruz from Beaverton, and I see Brother Romel Arlos from Hillsboro, and we have one from the Philippines now, Brother Mario Oka, who is from the local congregation of Brixtonville, from the district of Caloocan North. Um, and then, okay, we'll go ahead and greet some more in a little bit, but let's see who's answering our question. So, Sister Mary Jane, Sister MJ, what's your favorite soup? She said it's her favorite soup
Oh,
that makes her feel better. Um, Brother Mike and Sister Annabelle Fitchet. I'm thinking the both of you are listening. They say our favorite hot tinola chicken soup. Hmm. Sister Maria wants all of the above. Brother Romel wants hot tea. So hot tea it is. We have Brother EJ Velacruz from Northern Midwest. I'm not sure which district now that you're from, Paul, but thank you, Kuya, for joining us. Ganochi, is that how you say it? Ganochi soup sounds good when I feel under the weather or even if the weather is just a little cold. Hi, Sister Jennifer Castillo, too. She's there. Sister Mary Jane answered. She said, Sotanghon. Is that how you say it, Sister Christina? What's that?
yes po, sotanghon. It's like noodle soup, but it has like it's the very thin noodles from the Philippines. It's really good.
Oh, yum. I'd like to have that too. I want to try that. Let's see. Brother Romel wants the classic lugaw. Let's see.
Wow.
Classic lugaw. I'm visiting Hillsboro soon, so if you want, can make lugaw too. And then Sister Jennifer Castillo from Fruitland Group Worship Service, she takes the Theraflu hot tea with lemon and honey. And Sister Felma said hello to you, Sister Christina. She said it's good to see you
Hello
there,
po.
Sister Jen from
Thank you
Beaverton.
po. Good chat.
And yeah, and then we have Sister Sally Samortin from Baba Nuang, Isabella West. So thank you for joining. I'll go back and greet some more in the later on. So let's continue with our topic discussion. So from you've been in the medical field for many years, Sister Christina. So what are the common illnesses when it comes to winter? Especially here in the winter months, what are the common illnesses?
Yeah, great question. So mostly respiratory illness, common colds, flu, COVID-19, pneumonia, gastroenteritis, stomach upset, and bronchitis. So mostly like respiratory in nature.
Okay. So with all of that, I know there's like in the mix. How can you tell that if it's a cold or a flu or allergy? It could be a good mix of all of that. So how are you able to determine it? Like, is there some kind of separation between the three?
It's really hard to determine, but first I'm gonna differentiate flu colds versus allergies, and then
Okay.
I'm gonna differentiate flu and colds. So first is like for the duration. When you have like flu and colds, it tends to be like short term, like 7 to 10 days. Whereas if you have allergies, it can last for longer, like weeks. And then with the symptoms, if you're having some colds and flu, it's more of muscle aches, fatigue, fever, but when you're having some allergies, it's basically more of itchy nose, itchy throat, itchy eyes, and some sneezing. And if it's a cold and flu, it's of course it's contagious. And if it's allergies, it's not contagious. And then how you can differentiate flu and colds, it's really hard because they basically have the same symptoms, but in general flu is more severe. It's more, and it kind of like begins abruptly, whereas like the common colds is kind of like more gradual in nature. Like they both have stuffy nose, you both have sore throat, cough, and fever, but with the flu it kind of tends to be more severe, severe body ache, severe high fever, and extreme fatigue.
Wow, thank you for that. That's a lot of symptoms to deal with. I think for me, like when I know I either had the flu or a cold, I think the best indication for me when is the body aches. The body aches. What do you take for body aches, Sister Christina? What would you
Over the counter ibuprofen, of course, if you check in with your doctor, I think for me the best for the like body aches is ibuprofen most effective.
Hmm. Okay. So, I want to ask you this question. So many of us who are tuned in or who will tune in a little later, what is your advice when it comes to managing chronic illnesses? Because some of us have diabetes, arthritis, maybe asthma, cancer, high blood pressure. There's so many out there. So, how, for you, like, how would you help someone who is trying to manage their chronic illnesses?
Well, it really depends po on what we're managing, but basically check in with your doctor, take your medications as prescribed. Like if you have some blood pressure issues, basically check it every day. Or if you have diabetes, make sure you check your blood sugars. Make sure you comply with your diet if you're diabetes, carbohydrate control. If it's more of chronic congestive heart failure, you have to limit fluids, you have to be low on salt, heart friendly diet. So basically, visit your doctor, follow your diet, take your medications as prescribed. And we also have I suggest vaccines as well, especially for the high risk people, flu vaccine during the season.
Wow. Yeah. I think, it is a challenge when we get, on top of trying to deal with the different types of chronic illnesses that we may encounter. And then another layer of that is getting the flu or getting the colds. And I know it can get hard. Things get um, can get worse. So then when do you know you need to go and seek urgent medical care?
Yeah, definitely. If you have shortness of breath or chest pain or a high blood pressure greater than 180 systolic, then you need to go to the emergency. But if you're having some infection or fever, you can check with urgent care as well.
Okay, awesome. Okay. So, part of staying or taking care of ourselves is food, staying healthy with foods. So, are the different types of foods and vitamins that you would advise or one should take or eat?
Okay. Yeah, I like to follow the healthy plate method, like 50% fruits and vegetables, and then 25% whole grains, 25% protein, and some healthy plants oil in moderation. But, if you have a special diet, like you said, if you're diabetic, follow carbohydrate control diet. If you have a heart condition, definitely heart friendly, low salt diet. But in general, in the season, we would like you to have increase in vitamin C, vitamin D, and zinc just to boost our immune system.
Okay. So, I know like vitamin C in terms of food, like a lot of fruits and a lot of vegetables,
Fruits,
right?
vegetables like vitamin C, broccoli, kiwi, all the good stuff. And
Yeah.
vitamin D, I suggested that because during the winter season, we don't get to see as much sunlight. So we tend to deplete vitamin D. So, try to get to sunlight, fortified milk, or you can also eat it, supplement your food with increased vitamin D, such as egg yolks, fish, salmon, tuna, um, those good stuff.
Okay. Okay. So it's good to, boost up even what you're eating, what you're taking in, right? I know you mentioned that, especially in the winter season here in the Pacific Northwest, we don't get a lot of sun. So what would be the alternative?
Yeah, you can increase your food sources as well, like egg yolks. I know mushrooms is also high in vitamin D, fortified milk. I personally do supplement vitamin D, but I would check in with my doctor. You should check in with your doctor first because vitamin D is a fat soluble vitamin, which means we can have overdose of those. So if it's safe for you to do so, I would suggest checking in with your doctor if you can take some vitamin D supplements. But I do personally, especially during the winter season, I do take additional vitamin D at least once a week.
Okay, that's a good one. Okay. Um, I wanted to also ask you about rest. A lot of us, we're busy. Let's talk about sleep or sufficient rest.
I know it's really challenging for us, especially in here. We need to work, we need to do our church office, we need to take care of our families as well. Like for me, I'm a mom of a toddler, so I basically, from the moment I wake up, I like everything is I'm so busy, so it's hard for us to get sufficient rest. But I would suggest make it a habit to keep at least 8 hours of sleep per day. Turn off your tablet, turn off the TV 2 hours before, so you can have a good night's sleep.
Yeah, that's been a long time challenge for me. But I that's one thing that I'd like to, add maybe a couple hours more to my sleep. And I know that having a good night's rest does the body good in terms of brain cells, in terms your overall health. So maybe just a couple more hours of sleep added to what you're already doing, that should help a lot, right? And even power naps, right? Do you do power naps?
Right, but if you're having some insomnia at night, I would limit my naps during the day to like 15 to 30 minutes,
Okay.
just so you have enough time at night to like do a full 8 hours sleep instead.
Okay. All right. Um, I'd like to also, hit the part where staying hydrated. How important is staying hydrated?
Yeah, especially during the winter, we don't really feel thirsty most of the time. So we just try to schedule and try to get like around 8 glasses of water a day to keep yourself hydrated.
Okay. Yeah. I know sometimes we feel like we're drinking a lot of water, but sometimes we're not. And sometimes I feel like that too. Um, so I think like taking water breaks and making sure maybe something like this. I mean,
Yeah.
you can gulp it down all at once, but at least you do that and then refill. I do that throughout the day. Um, I know sometimes, like, Sister Christina, it's so cold out there, and a lot of us would rather just stay in and just kind of cuddle up with our favorite blanket. Um, and then, I know we're not maybe feeling well. So, um, how do we continue to stay active?
You mean exercise,
Yeah.
or are we talking about more of the dressing appropriately, or how do we like keep ourselves moving or doing exercise? Is that the question?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, we can do like something indoor instead if you're not comfortable going out because of the weather. But I still do personally, even if it's like freezing out there. I try to do my exercise twice a week out there. But if there are some exercises at home as well, generally they want us to have 150 minutes of moderate physical activity per week. So that includes, light treadmill or even vacuuming if you just wanted to stay indoors, or
Mhm.
other sports as well, such as pickleball, if that's what you're into. What matters is that you have like an accumulative 150 minutes in total per week to stay healthy of moderate intensity physical exercise.
Yeah, I think it's important. I mean, either we're even before we even get sick, I think it's important to continue to stay active. And if we have to go outside, we need to bundle up, dress appropriately, maybe a couple of extra layers of clothes so that way we could get our exercise in, right? So,
Yeah,
yeah.
and that's a good point. And I also wanted to add, dressing appropriately is not just for weather protection, but it's also for to prevent us from falls or injuring ourselves, especially when there's snow and it's cold outside. You want to wear your gloves, you want to wear your shoes with grips, the spikes underneath, just to keep you safe from falls as well.
Yeah. That's important too. That I'm glad that you mentioned that staying safe also. Um, in terms of self-care, even before we get sick. What are the other things that we could do to to have self-care so that we don't get sick?
Yeah, I think we've tackled the basics, doing physical exercise, eating healthy, but I think it's also important for our mental health to like communicate with family, be with them, have time with friends, socialize. It's just not for your physical health, but for your mental health as well.
Yeah, it's important. I mean, all the way around our uh, our overall well-being is important. So before we hit that last question, I'd like to just kind of go over there. I love our live chat, our brethren joining us um, in our program today. So we appreciate your time. I know it's the afternoon. You probably could be wanting to take a nap, but we appreciate that you're with us today. And so let me just go and say hello to Brother Alan Fulgar is here, supporting you as well. So thank you, Brother Alan. Brother Albert McCalintal, our one of our ministers here in Vancouver. Um, um, Assistant Resident Minister, Brother Albertson McCalintal. I know his wife is there with us as well, Sister Danielle. Thank you so much. Let's see. I'd like to just say hello to Sister Carol Villanueva po. She's from the local congregation of Beaverton. Thank you so much. She follows me wherever I am in terms of the different programs I'm in. So thank you so much, Manang. Um, let's see. Who else is here? Brother June Pimentel from Roseburg Group Worship Service, and I think he mentioned to us wonton soup and the hot sour soup. Oh, yummy!
It's
We'll
really
be
yummy.
down in Roseburg as well.
Yeah.
Sister Terry Morales said, best soup for her when she's not feeling good is the bulalo. Bulalo. Oh,
Wow.
yum. I'll be over at your house too, Kateri. Brother Armand Kagingan, resident minister of Beaverton. He's also greeting our district minister, Brother Moises Kadusali and his family. Sister Melissa Balan from Oregon City. Sister Ruchi Sister Ruchi Castillo from Albany. Uh, and also Brother Benny as well. Thank you so much. We have Brother Andrew Wynn from INCRadio Virginia, High Point local congregation. Um, he's been busy too. Sister LJ is there. Brother Yuri from Beaverton. Let's see. I want to catch everyone here. Brother June Pimentel, he likes to drink honey and lemon water when he wakes up in the morning, as well as his mushroom coffee. I want to drink that too, mushroom coffee. Um, he he puts in 5 hours of sleep. I think that's minimum or maximum, minimum or maximum, but 5 hours of sleep is good too. Then we have I guess this is I've never heard of this one, Paul. I'm glad to have Karenji Rees Orqueza. Hello, Paul. Thank you for joining, Sister Felma. Yes, what is rest? Sister Karen Dasmariñas from Portland. Sister Ruchi says jogging in place while watching television. So
Love that.
yeah, two birds with one stone. You're jogging and watching television. Let's see, Brother Andrew Wynn. He does downhill skiing and cross country skiing and ice skating and hockey. Wow, that's all winter. And his favorite soup is arroz caldo. Mm, yummy. All right. And so we're right about there. And so for us, why is staying healthy important to us? Um, and what is one thing we should keep in mind as members of the Church of Christ? Why is it important for us, Sister Christina? We're officers, um, we're officers, active members for all of us who are members of the Church of Christ. Why is it important to keep our health up to par?
Right, not just for ourselves and our families, but it's because we use our body to worship God as well. And it's also his one of his commandments to keep ourselves healthy so that we can use ourselves, as a perfect example in using ourselves to to worship God.
Exactly. And we use, we dedicate our lives, we dedicate everything to performing our duties. And you know what? When we perform our duties, when we go and worship God, that is part of our spiritual health. And so let's keep that in mind, because when we do that and we get to do the activities of the Church of Christ, God is well pleased. And so let's continue to do that. And so staying healthy, especially in the winter, it is very critical. We must take care of ourselves. And so, because we have so many responsibilities, we have ourselves, we have our family, we got to go to work. And of course, the responsibilities inside the Church of Christ. So let's encourage good health for everyone. Um, you know, we're not sure what our future hold. So, for us who are anticipating great things ahead of us, when we are, we have families, some of us, we have small children. We want to be healthy to run around with them, right? Especially Sister Christina has a 3-year-old daughter,
Yes,
right?
well,
Yeah. So you
I
want to be
think, yeah.
able to run because she's active too, right? So let's continue to pray for good health, strong bodies, because that is what that is what we need, and that when we in turn get to do that, we get to please God. And so, anything else you'd like to share before I close out this part of our discussion, Sister Christina?
Yeah, I just wanted to emphasize, Bo, get your flu vaccine if you haven't already, with your primary doctor's office or some pharmacy as well. And mostly it's covered by your insurance 100% most of the time. And if you're like for just that's for you and me, like if you're 6 months or older, but if you're like 75 or older, or if you're 65 or older and you have high risk, you can add RSV as well. Very important. Thank you.
Okay, yeah. I think for me, I'm waiting to get my vaccine because I encountered COVID about 3 months ago. So they advised me or advised us that when after our COVID, we had to wait 3 months
Yes.
then to get our vaccine, right? So that's later part of December. And so right now I'm praying for good health in the meantime. So drink lots of liquid, take care, lots of rest, right?
Yes,
All
well.
right. So our upcoming activities, just wanted to remind our brethren, um, to remind everyone out there that we have our nightly 9:30 p.m. prayers for the works of our of sharing our faith. And so everyone please join in the nightly devotional prayer at 9:30. This could be with your family prayers as well. So you can incorporate that one too. In the local congregation of Vancouver tomorrow, there in the place of worship, we have our Kadiwa and Binhi team building. Then the much awaited that we're waiting for in the upcoming weeks. First of all, on December 1st at 6 p.m., we will have our booklet for the married brethren, a special gathering there at the Portland Chapel. So we'd love to see everyone there as well. This is a prelude to what is coming up in the for all the married brethren. And before I talk more about this activity, our Kuya Tex, would you please play the promo video for us? Thank you to our creatives that played that video for us. We'd like to just give credit to our brother Christian Das Marinias, who uh, lovingly put this video, a promo video for us to view and remind us of our district booklet night. This will be at the Doubletree Hotel by Hilton in Portland. So December 8th at December 8th, that's a Sunday, and the doors will open at 5 o'clock. And that's when we do our registration. And just letting you know that there will be formal photography that will be taken for us, as well as a photo selfie booth. So we hope that you are all excited for that. And then we'll start our formal program at 6 p.m. Just wanted to remind everyone that the last day of registration and submission of our favorite photos is Monday, November 25. So please send your photos to your resident minister, and then he'll turn it into our CFO overseer, Brother Rod Reyes. So the photos I'm talking about are your wedding photos and your current photo today. So please submit that. If you haven't registered yet, and for those of you who have registered, thank you so much for your early registration, your early response. We'd like to have everyone else to not miss out on this booklet formal booklet night. This is for all the married brethren. We want to celebrate each other and be united with the church administration in this activity. So please please be part of this. This is also part of our spiritual health to be with one another in this activity. um so for those of you who haven't, again, as part of one that's in the booklet committee, we'd like to encourage everyone to please register if you haven't done so yet. All right. I just wanted to also say um, hello to Sister Hera Brennan out there from Eugene Group Worship Service. And I also have my one of my good friends in INC Radio as well, Brother Ronnie Bayuga. Hello, Paul, from Northern Midwest there. Not sure. Oh, no, wait. I think he's in District of Florida now. So, yeah. Oh, also, one thing that was pointed out to me just right now. So those of you who have little children, and you might think, oh, I want to go, but I have children. Please come, please register and we have a special place to have our children stay busy while the moms and dads have a great time. It's just one date out of the 365 days of the year. So make this your date night. Leave the children with our they're gonna be in good hands. Leave them with our kadiwas and binhi officers. They are more than willing to take care of them while the moms and dads enjoy at least one night together, having a good time in our book club, um, our district book club night. So I will leave it at that in terms of our activity here in our district of Oregon. So we hope that we're going to see some more registration uh, in the next few days. Remember, November 25 is the last day to register. If you have any questions, please refer them to your resident minister or local leadership, and they will pose the question over to us in the committee, and hopefully we can help out as well. All right, we just wanted to send out our special acknowledgments to our brother Eduardo V. Manalo, our executive minister. Thank you so much for letting us have INC Radio Oregon, as well as our brother Angelo Eranio Manalo, our CFO coordinator, SEBSI CEO and president. Uh, Thank you again so much. This is also part of the Christian Family Organization. So thank you for extending this, allowing us to have platforms like this. I'd like to say thank you to all of you joining us there in our live chat today, and for supporting INC Radio Oregon. Thank you to our guest, Sister Christina, so much for being here. I know you did a brave thing for being our guest today, and you know what? I think you did fabulous. So, for those of you in the live chat, give her a big applause. So, thank you so much, and just want to say thank you to our district minister, Brother Moises Cadosale, our assistant district minister, Brother Gino Ramillo. We'd like to ask you to come back again next week, same time here, another episode of INC Radio Oregon. Uh, invite your friends and your loved ones. And the link today, please share them as well. And next up on INC Radio is INC Radio Alaska. They'll be coming on in about 3:30 p.m. And make sure to have everyone be subscribing on the INC Radio DZM 954. Okay, enjoy the weekend, everyone. Stay well. Take care of each other. Drink lots of water and stay warm throughout the rest of the weekend. I know it's going to probably rain a little bit more, but we hope you enjoyed our show today. On behalf of INC Radio Oregon, I'm your sister Flo Guillermo, and my guest, Sister Kristine Fulgar. Have a great one, everyone. Thank you to our Kuya Tex who's assisted us today. Bye, everyone.
Happy weekend po. Bye-bye po.